All right, yo. Tell me when to go.
Let's go.
What am I supposed to say? You gonna ask questions? You don't have no questions? You should have.
You were gonna go, right?
What?
You had some answers you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, but I thought you just had the questions, dog.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Emilio Urrutia, and they call me the Honey Badger. You know, living in Phuket, I started out my career here, so, you know, starting from one fight to my first, you know, few fights, you know, not fighting for the most money. You know, I just finally got AC. After a year and a half of living in Asia, you know, I finally got AC in my last year living in Southeast Asia, so we're definitely moving up. You know, I went from the Cobra Shed, where it was just like this little shack behind my friend's house, and I was loving life because I was still able to train every day and live my dream, you know? So it's like training every day and being able to reach my potential, or having the opportunity to reach my potential every day, have been well worth the struggle, well worth being broke, because it's made me, I feel like, the fighter and the person that I am today, you know? There's very few things that I haven't been through or seen going into these fights, and that gives me a lot of confidence for the future. Yeah, man, 2016 has definitely been a year that started off with a little bit of adversity, you know? I lost a fight in the beginning of the year that I thought for sure I did enough to win, and you know, sometimes you can't control the outcomes, you know, you can't control what other people see or the decisions or anything like that, you know. The only thing you can really control is, you know, how hard you train and how much work you put into it, you know. So the only thing harder than training for a fight after coming off of one loss is getting ready for a fight after coming off of 2 losses. And that's what I'm currently going through right now. I thought I did everything I could to win, and I trained so hard for my last fight, and you know, this was gonna be my time, this was gonna be my bounce back, and I had one of the best training camps in my whole life, you know, and I thought everything was going as planned. I was mentally and spiritually prepared, and you know, I ended up getting caught, and I ended up getting submitted for the first time in my career, and that was like a really hard pill to swallow. At least for me, you know, every time I've lost, you know, I felt like a part of me have died inside, and it's weird because it's like a part that you can't ever get back. The only thing that I can do to fill that void, to get rid of that pain, is just to keep on training. After a loss, it's weird, you know, like there's nothing anybody could say or do that really is gonna make you feel any better or worse. I guess the best thing to do is just let time heal, really. You know, feeling like I let my teammates down, and I let my family down, and all my friends and people that care for me. I figured the best way to get rid of this stain of this hungry, nasty little pain that I have in my stomach that I can't get out is just to keep on fighting and fight again. And find something else and find another challenge and take out all my anger on somebody else. Right now, my next bout is going to take place just in my own backyard in Thailand, in Bangkok, for the Fight Promotion Full Metal Dojo, and I'll be hosting the main event against a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt coming from Rio. I really got to go in there and make a statement, you know what I'm saying? I got to do my best to win, and win impressively, and straight steamroll right through my opponent, hopefully, in all aspects of the game. Yo, what they do? It's your boy, the Honey Badger. If I come in, my mind sound, with my whole team behind me, you know, there's nobody that's gonna be able to stop me, you know, for 15 minutes, especially coming into my own backyard. So right now, I'm just preparing with that mindset of having fun, you know, enjoying it, trying to get the most and just enjoying the process. I feel like once I get to the venue, really, it just turned into like, you know, you just zone in, and then that's my favorite feeling in the world, you know? Just everything's firing off, you know? My senses are lifted, and you can't feel your legs, you know? My palms start to sweat. My heart's pumping, you know? Like 1 minute I'm really happy, 1 minute I'm really scared. You know, 1 minute I'm thinking about the worst case situation, the next minute I'm thinking about the best case situation. So it's trying to find that even keel, you know? That's why, like I said, I just like to blank out and just not think really about anything. once I enter the cage, I feel like all my emotions are gone pretty much, you know? I just know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, you know? I'm really the happiest person in the world. It's the one time I feel alive, you know? Like I belong there. So.
For your winner, in the red corner,
amazing, amazing. Give it up for Evelo. Give it up for Evelo. Bangkok, make some noise. For a fantastic woman.
That was the best feeling ever. But going in, I was just really nervous the whole day. But it was good to have those familiar vibes, you know. It was good to be backstage and see all my coaches, all my training partners, all my friends, you know, having all my friends there, having my back. It was just like this indescribable feeling that it's like that addictive feeling that I want to get again. So right now I'm currently back training, back in the gym, short time, small layoff, you know what I'm saying? Real G's don't rest. So I gotta stay on that grind, keep working hard, keep improving. My next fight is gonna be for the Singapore Fighting Championship in Singapore, and I'll be fighting for the inaugural 135-pound title. It's just a fist fight at the end of the day. People go to jobs, people go to work every day, you know, this just happens to be my job, you know. I don't really think of it as anything, you know, it's just the way I live, it's just what we do. I'm really just fighting against myself. There is no opponent, you know. I'm just trying to be the best version of me possible. It's just one thing I'm constantly reminding myself. It's just like I'm gonna keep pushing forward, you know, and I'm gonna keep going no matter what. And it's gonna take this guy, you know, he's gonna have to kill me to get me out of there. And I just try to thrive and love every moment that I'm in there, because I notice that sometimes, you know, the person that wants to be there the most is usually the person that wins.
Your winner of the unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner.
back, baby. Hell it back. I told you. Looks nice. Huh?
The hustle don't stop, all right? Y'all keep an eye out on your boy. You find me on social media, the Honey Badger 305. Always stay tuned. Check out International Player with a Passport. I'm looking for more wins and more stamps. That's what we do. That's how we living, baby. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay tuned. The hustle don't stop. We don't stop. Always on the grind. Bow, bow.